those of you who have seen my video, my other video before, I am back again. My last video was I was giving my personal opinion and just talking about the horror. This time I had to do not careful consideration. Truthfully honest, I've been working a lot, and that's been getting to me. But right about now, I figured, I'd do another video. I personally like Warframe a lot. So anyways, the Warframe you see before you right now is called the Oberon. Pretty impressive Warframe, I gotta admit. He hasn't Prime yet, but I haven't obtained it. So to be truthfully honest, I can't give you much information on that. But I'm pretty sure he does about the same amount of thing, after all. And if any of you knows Prime Warframes, Prime Warframes are pretty much the, they're the more powerful versions of the originals. Just altered and, I guess, better. Anyways, this Warframe is called the Oberon. Naturally, I guess he uses the power of nature or something. He also powers up pets. They do have pets in the game. There are only two factions that I know of, two different types, cats and dogs. Kubaros are dogs, and Kavats, they're known as cats. Well, that's what they're classified, I guess. Anywho, I have quite a lot of Warframes that are max rank 30, and as I stated in my previous video, I would only be giving my personal opinion, or literally just using these Warframes, so to speak, that were max rank 30. Because if they weren't rank 30 and they weren't max rank, well then, I personally felt I wouldn't be putting them to their maximum limit, using their full capacity. They would only have a fraction of their power. Max rank Warframes tend to have, their full powers being put out. The reason why is this is why. If you ever look up on your Warframes and you go to abilities on your loadout, you can check all your abilities and see what rank they are. When your Warframe is max rank, all of this stuff will be maxed out. It'll be max rank. Now, your abilities might differ from mine, because mine have been powered up because of mods. Anyways, without further introduction, this is the Oberon. In the PC version, I wanted the Oberon really, really bad. And that's because to get him was difficult, but he seemed like a very powerful and good Warframe to start out with, or to just have on the side, and I was right. For a long time. Then I found out there were a lot of other fun ones too that suited my style. Anyways, this is the Oberon. His appearance is really good. Now, again, his appearance might differ from the original, because as you can see, I have a helmet unlocked for him. I have... yeah. Oh, that actually looks kind of cool. Well, that's his skin they have. That's a custom skin. I don't have that. I have only one helmet for him. It's called the Orc's helmet. It's a very, very cool helmet, and I've got to say, it looks really good with the Oberon. Alright. The rundown of the Warframe is pretty much this. The Oberon plays very good offense and defense. He's a very balanced Warframe. There are two nice things that are nice about him. Number one, he has an ability called Renewal. It regenerates his health and his allies, and it stays active as long as you have energy. So if you've ever used moves like World on Fire or stuff like that, his ability will stay active until he runs out of energy. Last thing is, he has a very powerful ability. It's called Reckoning. He throws the enemies up there into the air and smashes them down. The nice thing about that is it has a chance to throw out health orbs. So it's very helpful. Now, I haven't used the Oberon in quite some time, so for his abilities I'm a bit rusty. Anyways, The pet you see before you is my Kubero. This is Nini. She is a female Kubero, so there are genders in this game. I don't think it really matters much, but I mean, everybody has their own opinion. Anyways, so the other two abilities I'll explain real quick. I don't use them much, but there is Hollow Ground. Hollow Ground necessarily, say you're in a mission like Defense or Survival, Hollow Ground will damage enemies as they come into a certain proximity of you. So it's a good way to keep your, it's a good way to necessarily, I guess it plays more of a defense role. As I said, he plays a balanced role, so he plays offense and defense. The final ability is called Smite. Necessarily what he does is he focuses deadly energy, and then when you attack the enemy, it like projects it outwards and hits others. So necessarily you make one enemy like, you make one enemy a living bomb is what you do. You make them a bomb, and then you blow up all the others. It's pretty awesome, actually. I saw someone do it. Blew the living crap out of like a crowd of it. It's pretty sweet, actually. I'm going to do a mission to just literally show you what he can do. He's pretty awesome, actually. Denier versus Sabotage? No, thank you. I need a little bit of a challenge here. Come on now. We gotta give him a challenge, otherwise there's no point. Ooh. Excuse me. Ooh, burps. Okay. I'm gonna do this mission. Survival. Anyway, so I'm gonna do this. Alright, without further ado, I'm just gonna pretty much give you a heads up, show you how he does what he does. Again, everyone's playing style is different, so you may use him differently than me. If that works for you, go right ahead. FYI, Infestation are very weak against fire, so you're going to see me using a flamethrower. Alright, here we go.
You must provide cover for a lone Tenno operative. Set
Here,
off the
Nini.
alarms and keep the infested busy.
Open these. Do it.
Disgusting monstrosities. I think they absorb their victims.
That is absolutely disgusting. I did not need to know that. That is disgusting. That's gross. That is disgusting. I do not want to know what happens to them. That's gross. I did not need to know that. That right there? See that right there, Nini? That's what we call TMI. Too much information. Ew. Alright, here we go. Alright. I'm gonna talk a little bit, but well, I may talk quite a bit, so
Emergency life support is inbound.
like
I've
this.
delivered a life support capsule to the area.
Ow.
Activating it will buy more time. Fallen enemies
Take
will drop
this.
crucial life support. Out.
Also, FYI, I'm not going to be using my abilities much till I get my energy up. Once I do that, I'll show you how this works. Well, from my point of view. Hammer time! Everybody gets one!
Get ready for a capsule. Additional life support has arrived.
Ah. Ah. Take this.
Life support.
Ow, 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 ow. Take that. Oh. Don't bite the crud. Alright, once I get a crowd here, I can show you Smite. It's a pretty cool ability. But I need a whole swarm of these guys.
Another life support capsule is now available.
Everybody come into the middle. Come on. Take that. Oh, here we go. Fight! Which reminds me. All ground. Ah, what the heck? Pretty much what you're seeing to the enemies is they're getting damaged over time. So the longer this ability is staying active, the more damage they're taking. Ow, they just hit me with that. Not very nice. Plus it doesn't stay active for very long. Oh, I know why. Oh, you little... No.
Life support on the way.
No death. No gas for you. You're not gassing me. Okay, this is not Super Smash Brothers, and this is not Wario. We don't fart on people. Alright. Already gotten enough from that from Wario. And I gotta say, it's pretty gross. No! Get away! Okay, let's go up here for a second. Nice. Alright, that's what I'm done with this. Take this!
When you need it, extraction is
Da
ready.
-da 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 -da. Alright, now I'm gonna show you Hawk Reckoning. Check this out. Yeah! Reckoning's a pretty powerful ability. Have you ever seen the Frost? It's like the Frost is his avalanche. Except it doesn't like freeze. It doesn't freeze enemies. The only thing it does is it picks them up and throws them to the floor. So that's pretty cool, I like to think. That's a pretty cool ability. The Oberon is a decently good warframe to use if you want to like do offense and defense. Like, if you want to completely destroy enemies like this, but also keep yourself and your allies alive, well, this is the right warframe for you. In my personal opinion, especially if you have the Prime, he is well worth the unlock. Especially if you like, well, hang on. If you like doing stuff like this 24/7. If this is pretty much what you like doing, it's just this.
Another life support capsule is now available.
It's just doing nothing but like sword swipe. Well, then he's pretty much the one for you. One thing I want to say is using channeling attacks. The only downside of using this is it's burning my energy. However, I do have one advantage to that. Where is it? Come on, come on, come on. Get closer, get closer, get closer. Come on. Attaboy. I have this. Ah, what the heck? That's it. Take flamethrower. Merry Christmas. Oh. Ew, he just infected me with some. That's not very nice. Yeah, FYI, infested are very, very annoying. Like, they're really powerful. Well, I want to say 90% annoying, but that's just me. Get out!
Prepare for life support.
Darn you and your gas attacks! How dare you! How dare you gas me! Yeah. Ooh. Okay, let's go up here for a second. Take this! Oh! Alright, eventually, once I get really weakened, which is actually looking now, now I'm going to show you renewal! Okay, what you're seeing right now, as long as this ability is active, my health is healing. Now I'm out of energy. Now I'm not healing anymore. Alright, I'm gonna have to get away from those guys, because they're really destroying me. Where's my Kubro?
Critical life support levels. Extraction.
Has she really not lost any? She has more health than me! Oh, that's right, Oberon. I forgot. That's killing me. Let's use a little bit of this. Okay, yeah. Is it really? Take that. Okay, let's go through here for a second. No offense, but I kind of want to put distance between me and them. Oh shoot! No! I fell. Okay, here we go. Okay.
Life support activated.
There we go.
Life support on the way. That should keep you going for a while.
Should doesn't necessarily mean it will. Whoa! These guys caught up fast. Wow, here they come already. Check this out. This is the nice thing about flamethrowers right here.
Additional life support has arrived.
Absolutely amazing. Take this! Flamethrower! Ah! What the? Ah! They're killing me! Go away! Wow, I would not want to be caught in any of that. Oh, crud.
The longer we fight, the more successful we will be.
Okay. Gotta back off for a second. Whoa. Okay, I need some energy. Let's see if I can get some energy somewhere. Oh, crud, I fell. Well, that's certainly not going to end well for me. Alright, what you're seeing right now is... Well, I'm almost done. Yes! I got some health. Good, that'll do. Alright, this way.
Life support incoming.
That's good. Use up this remaining life support here. Okay.
That should keep going for a while. Another life support capsule is now available.
Man, I can find some energy here. Ooh. Maybe that has some. Nope. Come on, Nini, take him out. Oh, why you haven't taken him out yet? Okay, no offense, we're gonna have to go in this room. Really don't want to go in here, and this spot is because I'll be trapped by them. There we go. I think we're alright. Oh boy. Yeah, these guys get really powerful. Gotta really... Oh, also, I should warn everyone. There's this one infested enemy. Pretty sure it's an ancient healer that does this, but... Apparently what they do, and I kid you not, is they, well, it's not this one. Ow! It's not him, but there's an infested enemy that, as long as he's near you, and as long as he stands near you, check this out. Here's what this guy does. Apparently, he kills your health even if you have a shield somehow. Ah, this guy's strong. Holy cow. Got rid of my shield and... That would be the guy! Oh well. Well, anyways, this is a bit of what I think of the Oberon. I don't really have much else to discuss about him. Alright, well, I might as well make use of my second life. Whatevs. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm not going to be alive for very much longer. Especially if this keeps up. What the heck? Why are you guys so powerful? My. So you want more, huh? There's more! Ugh. Man, gotta keep burning the flamethrower just to get rid of them all. Alright, now I got an idea.
Life support coming.
Good to know.
Additional life support has arrived.
So, needless to say, the Oberon's pretty cut and dry. He's both good at offense, both good at defense. Overall, I definitely use him. I don't use the Oberon so much anymore, mostly because I have more powerful weapons now. But there is a Prime Warframe of this Warframe right here. There's a Prime version. So I'll probably be using the Oberon more once I get a Prime version of him. Also, even though the Oberon has more offensive and defensive capabilities, one thing I want to add, and this is just my personal opinion, you might even want to use him just because he can heal you. The Oberon, for me personally, is really only helpful if you're going to use a Kubero. If not, well, then he's not so much for me. I don't use my Kubero so much anymore, so that's kind of why he's not with me a lot. Okay, now I see where to go. Okay. Couldn't figure out where to go for a while.
Support capsule is now available.
Need to get out of here. Let's go through here. Just wanted to collect some materials before I go. Okay. So, this is pretty much a bit of what the Oberon can do. So, these are my personal opinions on him. He does have quite the massive amount of energy. He has very high health, so he lasts quite a while, depending on his build. Really the only downside that he has is that if you don't use your Kubero a lot. If you don't use your Kubero a lot, then I don't know. He may not be the one for you. I mean, I know I didn't truly explain much about him. Again, I can give you my personal opinion and just what I think about him. This is pretty much most of what I have to say for him. If you really like Kuberos, I would recommend using him. But that's pretty much about it. As I said in my previous video, everybody battles differently with these Warframes, even if they use a similar build. It all depends on what works for you. So if you definitely like the Oberon, you know, well, I can tell you how to get him. He is obtained by KOing Xmas leaders. I'm gonna go into combat here because I need to do this Argon Crystal thing, so I'll explain just a little bit more. Again, my videos consist of me explaining how to get them, also explaining like where they can be found, and depending on the Warframe, I'm also going to give you a couple personal tips from me personally, because when I was obtaining these Warframes, it's always nice to have, sometimes it's nice to have someone else's personal opinion, because depending on where they've gone or where they've battled, it really helps to have that inside tip, because sometimes doing what they did is easier. Like where they found the Warframe, what Warframe they used to obtain that Warframe, or whatever. So sometimes it helps to have that inside knowledge. It also gives you ideas on maybe how to use your Warframe better, or whatever.
You must deliver payloads and
so anyways, there are two different types of Xmas leaders. Xmas leaders are, they come in all three factions.
Okay, ready to blast the
Infestation, of course, the enemies I was just battling. Even these guys right here, which are Corpus, they are literally irritating. They irk me so badly. Oh crud. I'm not touching that. On my notes. Anyways, so they come in all three factions: Grenier, Corpus, and Infestation. Now there are two significant Xmas leaders you want to look out for. There are two different types. Ones that when they come near you, they set you on fire. They use like this fire burst thing. Pretty cool actually. FYI, you are not able to do it. Why, I don't know, but Warframes can do it. Well, actually we have our own version, but depending on what you can do, you can set enemies on fire. Again, it all depends on your build. Well, more or less, and your Warframe. Take this. You know, that's it. Ooh, Hollowed Reckoning! Haha. Fall over time. Ah! Really like this gun. It's perfect for this.
Still working on it. Continue to defend.
Eat plasma shot. Anyways, and then there is a Xmas leader who apparently uses this shield, and it blocks gunfire. Why, I don't know. But that's what he does. All Reckoning. Yeah, that's right, you want to stay back. he's pretty hard to defeat unless you come in close quarters. There are other ways to beat him. You can lower his shields by shooting him. Anyways, you want to be careful of both. The shield one, you have a hard time shooting him unless you break his shield. The fire one, when he uses that burst that sends out fire, he'll throw you to the floor. But defeating them gives you his component parts. Now, it doesn't always happen, and depending on the ones you want, they can be harder to get. The neuroptics and the chassis are usually always easier to get. The systems, not so much.
Get me in and get ready to defend.
So, again, if you really like him, then, you know, this is the Warframe for you. Now, there is a Prime version, but I want to stay as a Prime. The Oberon Prime is not vaulted. I repeat, it is not vaulted, which means it is obtainable. Excuse me for a second. Okay, I had to get them out. Those guys were like everywhere, and that was literally just driving me nuts. They had to go. They all had to go. Get out. I don't think so. I just remembered how to get rid of that. I remember how to evade that. Just remember that now. Back when I first started the game, all you do is jump and that doesn't hit you. Most of the time now I just stand in it, but not always intelligent. You can get thrown to the floor.
Still working on it. Continue to defend.
Anyways, yeah, if you definitely like him, I mean, definitely comment, subscribe. If you like these videos, I just want to state this for the future. And if you like these videos, and I mean, even not so much, eventually I'll just be doing Let's Plays, and I'll mostly just be doing missions after missions. Mainly just for fun. You know, because sometimes there are some...
We are finished here.
There are some people out there who just watch these videos. I don't know why. I've seen it happen before. You know, sometimes they just want to watch someone else play a game. I don't know what it's for. Maybe it's just for gags. Maybe they're just surfing the net. But that's mainly what I'm gonna be doing eventually. Well, not mainly, but I'm gonna do it. I'm also going to be doing mission after mission, because eventually that's what I'm going to transition to, is just explaining missions, my ideas on them. That's literally what I'm going to be doing, is giving my opinion on this game in general. But for right now, I'm just starting with Warframes. Especially since, well, Warframes are, well, it's called Warframe for a reason. Let's just face facts here. Anyways, I'm also going to state real quick, I'm also going to state which area I think is the best place, literally, like, what places are the best to obtain parts for the Oberon. Literally, there are, oh, excuse me, oh, felt good. Anyways, there are quite a few places that are really good to farm him. Now I'm talking if you want to farm him solely. Take that. Hollowed Reckoning.
But we did it. Mission complete.
Did we beat this already? No way. I was gonna use the Frost. Or Frost Prime, excuse me. A Prime version of that. Oh. Anyway, so if you want to farm him solely, I would recommend just playing the game in general. But if you're looking for Xmas leaders, there are two things I recommend doing. Number one, of course, is I recommend defense. Defense always brings them out. Also, if you play with other players, it's likely those players will be a higher master rank, and you'll be able to continue ever so much further. I am literally just KOing these guys for fun, because, well, I can. Anyways, let's get out of here. Get out of here. I want these materials here. Give me that. I want those credits. Give me this. Bye. So anyways, defense is really good because defense, the farther you go, the higher and the stronger enemies that you fight. And pretty much 90% of the time you're going to encounter Xmas leaders. Because eventually they just come out and, well, let's just say they do a lot of damage very quickly, depending on how strong you are. The only other one I can recommend is I'd have to say either survival or interception. Those are the three ones. Excavation's okay too. Yeah, excavation. So the 4 missions I want to say to find his parts, or what you mostly want to do, are excavation, defense, survival, interception. Out of the 2, me personally, because of me playing this game before, I would recommend excavation and defense. Only I have 2 reasons for each. Number 1, for defense, because if you do public, you have other players helping you. So, and pretty much, depending on where you go, a lot of the time those players know exactly what they're doing, and they're extremely powerful. So, it does help. Second thing is that, what the heck? That's not to get off topic real quick here, but when I was talking about the Harrow, when you beat the Chains of Harrow, this guy appears. By the way, I know he looks like your character, but I don't think he actually is. Apparently he was Nell, or whoever the hey that guy is. I don't know. It has to deal with the Chains of Harrow. You'll find out when you play the mission. And that's how you unlock the Harrow. Anyways, the second thing is that with defense missions, the higher you go, the better items you'll get from winning each match. So it's likely, and also with playing other players, they're destroying the enemies, so it's more than likely you'll get the parts because your allies will be helping you to get them. Little do they know. Sometimes it happens like that. Because if you're at really high levels, you're going to be encountering Xmas leaders a lot. With excavation, the only reason I'm not saying this is the good thing, because you can play it on public with others, but not everyone's going to want to stick the whole way through. Some players just excavate one thing and then they're done. It all depends on who you're playing with and how strong they are and how far they want to go. Some players just want to keep going until they can't go no more. I've done it. It's a lot of fun. You get a lot of stuff by doing that. Anyways, also with defense missions, you get relics. Relics are used with void fissures, and Oberon Prime is obtained through those. Parts of him, and also his blueprint. I'll be explaining primes in my further videos. Anyways, so that's also why I say that. It is the same for the next thing I was going to talk about, excavation. But the two things that make excavation very nice is cryoctic. Cryoctic is a material, a resource that is used for a lot of things. So I would definitely recommend doing that too. I mean, if you want, because you get cryoctic for each excavation you complete. And also you encounter Xmas leaders, well, every now and then, like two at the most, maybe 3, but the farther you go, the more you encounter. Now, the last thing I have to add to that is that, unlike defense, the nice thing is you have free mobility. So you don't have to stick in one area. You can move over away from them, so you don't always have to be in close proximity. So saying you're playing with someone and they're doing the most amount of damage and you don't really have to do much, well, then just let their power do 90% of the work. You're in it for the Oberon anyways. So why, you know what I mean? Me personally, my thought is, why do I have to prove myself? Why do I have to do most of the work? I don't really have to. Just let them do 90% of the work. I mean, sure, help them, of course, but if that entire platoon is going to destroy me, then I'm mostly just getting in the way, if that makes sense. So, and with the updates they did with excavation used to be a lot worse and a lot harder. It used to be a real pain. It's a lot better now. So, those are pretty much my thoughts on the Oberon. Again, this is the Oberon. To obtain his blueprint, it is purchased in the market. You can purchase his blueprint in the market. It costs $25,000. I'm pretty sure. I don't have any of his parts, so I can't tell you exactly what they take. Eventually, I'll be going over my videos again to include that. Maybe. Just to be more precise. Here he is right here. No, it cost $30,000, excuse me. The credits to build him in the foundry are $30,000. He takes 3 days to beat. That's one thing you want to keep in mind with Warframes. They all take about 3 days to build, unless you rush them with platinum, but that's up to you. And then the last thing he takes is 1 Orcan cell. So, again, if you like the Oberon, that's good for you. Definitely glad I could help. If you like this video, comment, subscribe. If there's anything you have questions about, feel free to ask. I'm not sure if there will be anything more or less that I have. I won't always see it. Another thing real quick is another thing is, oh, 1 second, I'm just going to advanced settings. Just wanted to make sure I had that right. Anyways, so now if there's some way you use the Oberon and it's really good and you know better than me, you can definitely let me know. I mean, again, as in my other video, I eventually want to get truly powerful with these Warframes, so I would definitely appreciate the help. But if not, this is the Oberon. I'm glad I could help if I did. Anyways, thank you very much. Until my next video, thank you.